day, the whole rainy weekend. And it's as I don't know if you've read Jim Soul's prayer card yet, but it's all in the divine plan. The water is nourishing us. It's nourishing the earth, giving it a good bath. That's how I look at it. It gives the earth a really good bath. So my name is Brenda Sensitz, and I'm doing the meditation this morning. So I like to start by just taking a couple deep breaths. Just relax in your seat. And if you'd like to, just run your fingers lightly on your forehead to relax your face. Feel that beautiful touch, touching the divine within you. Maybe onto your cheeks, just relaxing everything. Maybe your ears. Doesn't that feel good? And maybe down your throat a little bit. Just relax. And my reading this morning then is relax. I relax into the truth of myself as a divine being. No matter what might be placing demands on my time and energy, I still take time to care for myself. I let my thoughts quiet so I might hear the still small voice of spirit within me whispering, rest, rest. As I affirm I am in God and God is in me, I release my tension. In a few moments of respite, I repeat that affirmation while I return to the awareness of oneness. I am in God and God is in me. In this space, I feel myself relax. As I do, my view of life broadens and I can see beyond my obligations and day-to-day concerns. This outlook helps me put my life in perspective. I am a spiritual being, endowed with strength, will, and power of spirit. I relax into the awareness that no matter what I face, I am more than equipped to meet it with ease and grace. So let's just take this time now to be in stillness and quiet and just relax. And know that Spirit is in me. I am in the spiritual presence of the universe. And just breathe and let everything else melt away. As we continue to focus on our breath, let everything else melt away. For just these 15 minutes, we can do it. No pressures, no worries, just be. Be in the presence of spirit and just relax. Thoughts are coming through your mind, just let them pass by. No need to hold on to them for this bit of time we have together. Just breathe and relax. As we slowly come out of this relaxing meditation, maybe just flutter your eyes a little bit. Become aware of the room, the people in the room, these beautiful people who are our friends. I'm grateful to each of you for sharing this time with me this morning to relax in this meditation. I'm grateful that this center is here for us to come to at 9:30 on Sunday mornings and be together in meditation. So this relaxation we can do anytime we choose, especially during this very busy holiday season. And just let us remember to relax, especially when things just seem so crazy. And just breathe and relax, because that's what Spirit wants us to do. And I close this meditation with a big "and so it is." Namaste.
Good morning, all. Get it back? Relax your mind, relax your mind. Oh, it feels so good sometimes. Sometimes you gotta relax your mind. When the light turns green, put your foot on that gasoline. Sometimes you gotta relax your mind. When that light, it turns red, put your foot on the brake instead. Sometimes you gotta relax your mind. So relax your mind, relax your mind. Oh, it feels so good sometimes. Sometimes you gotta relax your mind. When we come to stay, it's just another fine new day. We come together to all relax our minds. Like the woman said, relax your mind, relax your mind. Ooh, it feels so good sometimes. Sometimes you gotta relax your mind. Thank you for the meditation. It's lovely, as always. Good morning, all. What I would like to do, especially with you, I'd leave it all behind, go out and find a place that's known to God alone, a little spot to call our own. Oh, we'll find a breath of peace, sweet joy will never cease. Out here beneath the sunset sky, we'll sit beside the sea, as happy as can be, and let the rest of the world go by. what to do, especially here with you. I leave it all behind, go out and find a place that's known to God alone. The perfect spot to call our own. We'll find a breath of peace, and our joy will never cease. And out here beneath the sunset sky, we'll sit beside the sea, as happy as can be, and let the rest of the world go by. Just let the rest of the world go by. Yeah, that's what it's very. Well, there's a sacred tune that dwells inside of me. I heard it in the mountains, I heard it by the sea. It calls us all together, the many and the one. It's been around forever, it never goes unsung. It's the sum of all that's true, and all we've got to do is raise our voice and sing. It echoes through the canyons, it whispers in the trees. It fills my heart with gladness, it resonates in me. It's the sound of angels passing, the zephyrs high above, an answer to my asking for just a little bit of love to help me make it through. And all I've got to do is raise my voice and sing. Hallelujah, Hare Ram, Waheguru, Satnam, Kyrie, Hokahe, Namaste, Amen. And this sacred tune, so clarion, so clear, resounds across the ages for everyone to hear. Ooh, it doesn't need a venue, and it doesn't need a band. You just open up and then you will come to understand. It's ancient yet it's new, and all we've got to do is raise our voice and sing. Waheguru, Satnam, Kyrie, Hokahe, Namaste, Amen, Alleluia, Hare Ram, Waheguru, Satnam, Kyrie, Hokahe, Namaste, Amen. Yeah, there's a sacred tune that dwells inside of me. Well, good morning again. It's nice to be here back with you. It's pleasant to see you. I see Ken's hovering out there. We'll do one more here. Everyone doing well? Great. It's a lovely way to start the day, huh? This is a song written by a friend of guy who I play with here in town named Bert Hodge. And just given what's going on, I thought I'd sing it. It's that time of year, should be that time of life. I sang songs like this, so, 50 years ago. Still need to sing them. Well, what you gonna do when the war's all over? Sing it from the rooftops, roll in the clover. Dance with my children, kiss their mother. Go to the graveyard, tell my brother. Take a big bite of that peace prospectus. Send my medals in a box to Texas. Buy my khakis in a hole without me turning. My last ticket to glory. War, war, I'm giving up war. Giving up war forevermore. I'm giving up guts, giving up glory, giving up a living and dying story. War, war, I'm giving up war forevermore. Why don't you come too? It's gonna be crowded. Don't say no. I swear I never have doubted that together we'd be giving up war. Well, what you gonna do when the bells start ringing? Grown men crying, children singing, radios rocking with the news they're bringing. Grab your partner, come out swinging, dance around a circle in the middle of the square. Dream about a battle with no one there, singing to the stars where hope awaits us. Hand in hand, we make a mighty chorus. War, war, I'm giving up war forevermore. I'm giving up guts and I'm giving up glory, giving up a living and dying story. War, war, I'm giving up war forevermore. Why don't you come too? It's gonna be crowded, don't say no. I swear I never have doubted that together we'd be giving up war. Oh, war, war, I'm giving up war forevermore. I'm giving up guts, giving up glory, giving up living in a dying story. War, war, giving up war forevermore. Why don't you come too? It's gonna be crowded, don't say no. I swear I never have doubted that together we'd be giving up war. And here's Ken.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming today. You know, all life asks and all it requires is the opportunity to appear. You're that opportunity, and so am I. It's the purpose of this wonderful teaching of ours to of this essential truth. And to help this truth show up in your life in a more dynamic and powerful way, I only ask you to do one simple thing each Sunday morning. All your troubles, your fears, your would-haves, your could-haves, your should-haves, leave all that stuff outside. And for the next 45 minutes or so, to open up an avenue of spirit possibilities. And what are spirit possibilities? Well, they're for more love, more joy, more great music, more good Christmas cookies. All those things in life feel alive, because that's what spirit is doing through you, through me, showing up in the physical, recognizing itself through our love, joy, and laughter. So know you're in a great place this morning, and spirit is going to recognize and reward you abundantly. All right, so we've got a bunch of announcements going this morning. First thing is that our circle suppers, can't say that quickly, circle suppers, we're signing people up today. If you're wanting to join in that, it's a really wonderful thing. It starts the first Sunday in January, no, first Sunday in January, all right, the 7th. And see Carolyn. Carolyn, stand up, please. Now, you also know on Christmas Day, we're going caroling down at Bayview Nursing Home. If you are planning to go caroling with us, first of all, can I get a show of hands of people who are planning to go? Okay. All right, lovely, lovely. And if you will see Reed, where's Reed at? Stand up, please. See Reed and make sure you get his name and stuff, and he'll give you some additional details. It's going to be a wonderful thing to do, and you really will enjoy that. We have our little baby's book outside that we're going to be writing affirmation and prayers for. Ezekiel, I think is his name, and we're going to be christening him on the first New Year's Eve. And what I'd like to do is for you to write prayers and affirmations for him in the book outside, so we can give him that book and he can take it with him and feel the support he got on that special day for a lifetime. Now, some people will say, well, I already wrote a prayer. Write another one. You need more than one prayer to get through life, so write another one. So that's going to be outside, and please participate in that. Candle lighting service, Christmas Eve, that's next Sunday at regular time, 10 o'clock. Silver Fawn is going to be here, and she's going to do a Native American interpretation of the candle lighting service. We're going to have harp music and flute music, so it will really be wonderful. New Year's Day at 2 o'clock, we're going to have a meditation piece, and that will be led by the Tagar Buddhist community. So that'll be here at 2 o'clock meditation. And then, of course, the Burning Bowl on January 7th. How many of you have never been to a burning bowl? Okay, well, let me explain a little bit to you. A burning bowl, what we do is we take a white stone and we write down on it what we want to see in the coming year. So health, prosperity, love, all that kind of stuff. Then we take a piece of flash paper. Flash paper is incredibly hard to get these days because it's basically combustible paper. Last year, the stuff I got, I had to order it from California, and it came all wrapped up with all these warnings on it, and it was wet, so it had to dry out. This year, I ordered it from a company from South Alabama. They don't care, baby. And this year, the paper flash. Last year, and with the California, it burned slowly. This paper is ready to go. So you're going to write on this paper what you're ready to release. Maybe it's a bad habit. Maybe it's a bad idea. Maybe it's a bad somebody. I can think of a couple of politicians I wouldn't mind writing on the paper. And then we go up to the flame and we just touch it, and there it goes. Yeah, that's good paper. Now, the thing is, you don't want to hold on to it. Because we don't want anybody running around here like a little lit torch. I will express sympathy, but deep down inside, I'm laughing my head off. So we don't want that. And like your real problem, you want to turn it loose. You want to let it go. So that's going to be on January 7th. Now, my final announcement is, David, what did you say was missing? What was that? Hearing aid. You know, most questions in my house, when somebody asks me a question, the reply is, what? So if you're missing a hearing aid, we got it for you over there. Those are all my announcements. So to get us started, we're going to have some great music. Don, come on up and play something wonderful for us. It's over here.
Interesting. What was found? A hearing aid? What? That works. I think I played this last time. I had just written it for here. I got to think about it. I'm on cold medicine, and my brain is not working totally correctly. Boy, I know this song. I wrote it. kind of love just makes me happy. The kind of love just gets me through. The kind of love I only get from you. When I feel it deep inside me, I know there's nothing I can't do. And that's the kind of love I get from you. You are the answer to whatever's troubling me. In time of anger, it's as though my heart were locked, but you've got the key. That kind of love just makes me happy. The kind of love just gets me through. The kind of love I only get from you. When I feel it deep inside me, I know there's nothing I can't do. And that's the kind of love I get from you. Thought I was abandoned and had somehow lost my way. Empty heart and handed, then you filled me with your love. And I've got to say, that kind of love just makes me happy. The kind of love just gets me through. The kind of love I only get from you. When I feel it deep inside me, I know there's nothing I can't do. And that's the kind of love I get from you. You are the sunlight that starts my every day. And when the day is done, you're still with me here. And I've got to say, that kind of love just makes me happy. That kind of love just gets me through. The kind of love I only get from you. The kind of love I only get from you. The kind of love I only get from you.
Thank you, Don. So now to get our service going, we've got Brenda Sacensis coming up, do a reading and treatment for us. Come on up, Brenda.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Well, I guess Don and I must be in synchronicity today because the meditation was about relaxing, and his opening song was about relaxing, and then he was singing a song about war and love, and that's what my opening treatment is about today. So the theme of this is love. I feel blessed to share Spirit's steadfast love. I give thanks for the steadfast love of Spirit, which dispels the darkness of conflict and loneliness with the light of harmony and togetherness. Love is personal and sacred, human and divine, immediate and immortal. Amid seasonal greetings of joy and peace, I give thanks for the power of love. I am a divine being, bringing the love of God into the world. Through my words and actions, I am kind and patient, compassionate and empathetic, and encouraging and supportive. As I am blessed by love, I share love's blessings with others. I center myself on the divine within and go forth as the heart and hands of love in the world. So I say affirmative prayers in the first person, and use what you like of it. If you don't like it, let it pass by, as Reverend Ken says. So I know that there is one divine presence in the universe. It is total love, total compassion, and I am filled with the compassion, love, empathy, joy, peace of Spirit. It's in my heart, and I can use what's in my heart and pass it through my hands as I can touch the heart centers of all the leaders of the world, of all the leaders of the countries, the states, the local governments, and allow that compassion, that love, that peace, that joy to pass from me through my hands to their heart center, touching them with this compassion, love, joy, and peace, to dispel any darkness that they have and replace it with the light of the divine. I'm very appreciative and grateful for this knowing. And I am so grateful for this center for teaching me these things about the divine intelligence of this universe. I'm grateful for Reverend Ken and his spiritual messages each Sunday that inspire me, for the music we have, for Don's music today, so that we can dispel anything, any darkness, any war, anything with our love, compassion, etc., that we learn and live through this center. And together we say, and so it is.
It was lovely. So now I really have a wonderful honor, and that is to welcome back home a wonderful friend of mine from the Chinmaya Mission, Swami Radhakananda. Swamini?
Hi, Jill. Oh, gosh. Good morning, everyone. I am really honored and very joyful and blessed to be here today. And I thank Reverend Ken for inviting me to, very, very kindly welcoming me to be a part of your service, to join in and to share just a few words with you, 5 minutes or less. First of all, I'd like to emphasize, as you all probably already know, and as everyone has expressed so far, is that how important, how unique, and special this center is. Not only for St. Augustine, but for everywhere. And as some of you may know, I was here 18 years, but the past 2 years I've been in New Jersey. And of course, the most important thing I learned was what I all had here already in St. Augustine and didn't need to leave. But anyway, I'm coming back. So thank you. And, Reverend Ken very generously allowed me to give a weekly Bhagavad Gita class here. I'm from the Eastern tradition as well. And so I was very, very grateful to be able to do that class here. And it was very fulfilling for me. And I have found the congregation here to be the most, open, friendly, welcoming anywhere that I've met. So, and I know the leader makes a big difference with that. As well as, to speak of those who know, when I was here, that Reverend Ken and some other religious leaders in the community, and many of your community here, came to our commissioners meeting where we were trying to get permission to get public road access to our center, which was out in Elkton, and to get a building permit. That didn't happen, but so many of this congregation came, and I just wanted to say, that was an amazing experience for me, that the amount of support that I got from this congregation was just amazing. And I don't know if you know who Krishna and Arjuna is, or were. And in that meeting, I'd have to go into detail, but I won't do that. But when one of the religious leaders got up and said, would everybody stand up who is here to support Chinmaya Mission? We had maybe this many people there, all stood up, and I felt like Sri Krishna and Arjuna had galloped in with their chariot. And that experience will never leave me. I'm so, so grateful. So another reason why this center is so important, in the Eastern tradition, when like-minded people gather together regularly to listen to read about, reflect on, and speak about truth, that is called satsang. Maybe, I'm sure many of you know that. Satsang, the word in Sanskrit, one meaning is to associate with the good, with good people who are also seeking that higher. And satsang in its highest meaning means to associate, to attain union with sat, which is the absolute truth. And absolute truth is defined very specifically as that which never is not. It is that absolute, eternal consciousness, existence, bliss, immortal, undivided, that is everywhere at all times, and it is our own true nature. We are not individual separate beings. We are that supreme light, the light of awareness, of consciousness. And so when we gather regularly with each other, in service, in participating as we can, supporting as we can, that is called satsang. And what happens is the birth of that spiritual aspiration in our hearts, individually, as well as it grows as a community. And actually, a community of seekers, spiritual seekers, is necessary for that to grow within us individually as well. And so this center is very important, and as you know, it's not a sectarian thing, not a sectarian truth. It's that which is the universal truth of all beings. And I'll leave you with this image. At this time of year, probably all of us are familiar with the Christmas manger scene and how we interpret that, as well as literally, but also universally. The saints say that the birth, that holy child, is the birth of the awareness that I am that light. That light which is always present, which is ever present, already in our hearts. But when that awakening happens by the grace of the divine, that is the birth of the holy child in us. And that birth, that awakening is announced. The angels are our higher awareness, our higher intuition. Higher means subtler. And those angels of intuition announce to the shepherds being our thoughts, as she was saying, that are what you say, preoccupied with guarding the sheep of our worldly concerns, right? They have to take care and produce, etc. So the angels announce to the shepherds of our thoughts, lower thoughts, worldly thoughts. And then the shepherds, when they hear that announcement, that awakening, let us go and see that which has been told to us. Well, the scriptures, the saints are announcing to us what is, who we are. And the shepherds go, they leave their ewes and their lambs, and they go to the manger. Where is that? Where Mary and Joseph, our mind and intellect, our feelings and thoughts turn completely their attention towards that divine child, the divine light within. And the animals that are there in the manger are our senses, the animal senses that are always just perceiving, right? But we withdraw them in meditation, in prayer, in self-inquiry, in devotion, in adoration of that highest within us. And that is the awakening of spiritual consciousness, spiritual awakening. And when we do that as a community, that is what strengthens that awareness within us, individually as well as in the community, so that we can become a light to all. And so that is the light and the power within us. It is the light and the power within this community to become a light to all. And I thank you very much, Reverend Ken, and I thank you all so much.
Thank you, Swamini, and we're so happy to have her coming back with us because she is a wonderful teacher. So thank you, Swamini, for being here today. And my talk is about a greater light coming into the world. You know, I've mentioned several times in this holiday season, going all the way back to Diwali, we wish you were here for that, had been here for that, Swamini, that what these holidays are about in the darker times of the year are about bringing in a new light, a new possibilities in our lives, recognizing the possibilities of that. It's about overcoming challenges and realizing that we have a power available to us to help. We're not alone on this journey. And we're not here to trudge through life and fall in despair. We're here to embrace our spirit-given possibilities for more love and joy and health and every good thing, every good thing. My teacher, Kennedy Schultz, he used to say that we all seek a problem-free life. That's what we want, a problem-free life. He says, but you're not going to have one of those until you have a flat line on your EKG. And you don't want that either. So we don't tell you that you're not going to have problems, but we do say that we'll give you tools, meditation, prayer, prayer partners, that will allow you to get through your problems with greater confidence and to move up to a higher grade of problems. You know, trying to scrap together the money to pay this month's rent, that's one level of problems. Another level of problems is deciding which condo over on the beach you want to buy. Same problems, but different grade. And that's what we want. We want a higher grade. And the biggest thing we would tell you is don't identify with your problem. Don't identify it. It's just a condition. It's not you. You are the consciousness that brings about the energy to bear on the situation that comes up with the solution. You are Spirit's solution for every challenge you'll ever confront. Spirit doesn't have any problems. It only has answers. And when we stay focused on the problem, Spirit can't recognize really what we're doing because it doesn't know problems. And then we set up blocks for our solutions to flow through us. When we stay focused on solutions, we provide a conduit by which Spirit can flow every great idea to us. Now, if you do have something in your life that you've been working on for quite some time, here's a good suggestion. Turn it over to Spirit. It's God's universe after all. I don't have to solve every problem, and you don't either. Turn some things over to God, and then go about doing what you can with what's right in front of you. And give yourself some space from the challenge. Einstein, great scientist, he said that when he came to a problem he couldn't solve, he would go take a nap. And he would often wake up with a solution. Now, if you can't take a nap, take a walk. Do the dishes, do the laundry, pull some weeds. Do something to get your mind off the problem. And for heaven's sakes, please give up the idea that your problems make you interesting. They do not. Only your mom was interested in them, and she was faking it at the end. She got tired of hearing about them anyway. So don't run around telling everybody about your problems. And hopefully, one day, if you stick around us long enough, you'll get to the point where you get more excited about your possibilities than you're fascinated with your troubles. Because that's what Spirit is. Spirit is forever more fascinated with your possibilities than it has ever been concerned by any mistake you've ever made. And it certainly is not going to judge you. It most certainly is not going to punish you for something you did behind the gym with Mama's Hornet car. Let it go. Spirit has long let it go. It's time to you let it go. Now, of course, there are some challenges that will come along in life that are so dire that we get obsessed about it. You get a bad diagnosis from a doctor, well, that's gonna keep you up at nights. That's only normal. So what do you do in those circumstances? Well, the first thing to do that I would recommend is call someone to do prayer work for you. We have practitioners here. Maureen is here today. Will be overjoyed to do a prayer for you, overjoyed to do it, and I'm certainly happy to do it, prayers for you. So get somebody on the phone or meet with them and have them do a prayer for you. Now, one of the most powerful things that I do is I have a prayer partner. We've been doing prayers for each other for over 15 years now. And there's an app you can get on the phone, and you can record phone calls. So I record her prayers for me. And I have hundreds of them, and I seldom go a night that I don't listen to at least one of them. And some of them I have listened to hundreds of times. So get someone doing prayer. It's one of the most powerful spiritual tools you can use. And after that, if you're still focusing on it, then here is a surefire, guaranteed way to get your mind off of your troubles. Go help somebody in need. Go help somebody. Go volunteer at a soup kitchen. Go help at the Humane Society. Go just listen to someone. Help someone else. Do whatever you can to get your mind off that hamster wheel of ruminating. Because as long as you stay on that hamster wheel of worry, it will be very difficult for you to recognize the solution. Kennedy, he said if you're dealing with a problem you've dealt with for a long time, he said it's more than likely that you have already considered and dismissed the solution. And he said the reason you dismissed the solution, you thought it was too hard or too painful or too much work. It's a lot less painful and it's a lot less work than trying to go through and have a happy and productive life laboring under fear and worry. That's real work and that's real pain. So move to the solution and do the best you can not to worry about it. Worry is the midwife to the problem. When you're worrying, you're birthing the problem into your life. That or something better. That or something better. Worry is like being in a rocking chair. There's lots of energy being put out, but you're not getting anywhere. Harry Truman, one of my favorite presidents, he said that for every 3 problems you see coming down the road coming to you, he said 2 are going to run into the ditch long before they get to us. And often we worry about things that don't even come about. You know, when I was a younger guy in my early 30s, I worked for the congressman from my area. I was his speechwriter. I was not very good at it. But the one thing I did was the Library of Congress actually works for Congress. And they have all these research people. They have all these analysts. And so if you're a staff member, you can call some of the best and brightest people to answer almost any problem for you or any situation. I loved it. I loved having them come in and give us analysis and give us all these projections and stuff. And to a person at that time, they were all convinced that the biggest challenge we had for our country coming up for the next 30 years is that by this time in the unfoldment of history, we would be out of oil. There wouldn't be a drop of oil left in this country. Not a drop. We were going to have to import every bit of it from Saudi Arabia. We were going to have to pay prices like the Europeans paid. We wouldn't even buy it in whole gallons. You know, the Europeans buy it by the liter. Well, we're going to be buying by the quart, and it was probably going to be $18 a quart. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And what's amazing is, at this time, we're the biggest producers of oil in the world. And the price of oil is dropping. None of that was predicted. None of that. If you had told them that, they would have burst out laughing. They never conceived it. So sometimes our worst fears are just what we've come up with. And they will drain energy from you if you allow them. So give up worried, because you're probably more than likely not worrying about what you need to and what's really going to be a concern. And we have this tendency that we look for things to worry about, and we dismiss good news. We don't recognize good news. When the price of gasoline was going up, there was a reporter practically at every gas pump. Oh, the price is going up, and it's causing so much trouble. The price is going down. Have you seen an article about it anywhere? Have you seen a report about it anywhere? We enjoy our problems. We enjoy them. And socially, it's a perfectly approved social topic. You get around a group of people and you start complaining about how horrible the world is, they love you. You're one of them. Get together and tell people how good things are, they'll think you're some kind of weirdo. They don't want to hear it. I was out walking the dog the other day. Neighbor comes up to me, and she was telling me about how everything's not going well. And the thing that she brought up, she said, and they've closed the Red Lobster down. They've closed Red Lobster. I asked her, I said, did you ever go to the Red Lobster? Oh, no, I never went to the Red Lobster. Well, maybe that's the reason they closed. Maybe they were needing your support. And if you don't go, why worry about it? You can buy the little package of how to make the cheese biscuits at Publix. That was the best thing they had anyway. And who knows, something better may be moving in. I would help a Trader Joe's move in without pay. Yeah. Life is forever evolving. It's forever evolving. And it wants to evolve through you. It wants to evolve through me. But if we keep ourselves focused on doom and despair, it will look for another outlet. It's not going to waste time or energy on a non-productive source. It will allow its positive ideas to move to another outlet. So we want to look for Spirit's opportunities for greater living. And if you can't see them for yourself, see them for somebody else. Give praise if you see somebody else having a wonderful life. Take delight in people doing well. Because if anyone is doing well, that means Spirit is working and you can do well. We're not alone on this journey. In fact, that's the whole purpose of our lives, is to experience this partnership. Christ said he'd come to life, he was here so that the world would have more life. It would have more light. And he said what he had done, we could do an even greater. And now's the time for us to get busy with bringing more goodness into the world. Now's the time for us to bring more light into the world. So let us see the good around us. Let us praise the good around us. Let us know that even when we don't see it, a way is being made for us. Let us raise a lamp of Spirit's possibilities for ourselves and each other. Let us proclaim the coming new year as Spirit's new year to bring about peace and harmony and prosperity. Let us see wars ending, soldiers dropping their guns, hostages returning home. Let us see our nation mending together. Let us see families mending together. And let us know that we are a part and a way for Spirit to bring about all the goodness of life. Spirit has never been disappointed in you for a moment. It called you by name from stardust so you can be here to bring about the love and joy and health that's in your heart and soul. And you're up to it, and now's the time. This is your year, and Spirit is calling you on. It's the truth in your life today. It's the truth in mine, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, man. There's only one thing to do after that. Bring the light, bring the light. Let it shine on me. Bring the light, bring the light. Let it shine on me. When it's too dark, gone on too long, things look too stark, things feel too wrong. Turn it over, let it go, bro. Take a knee and bring the light, bring the light. Let it shine on me. Bring the light, bring the light. Let it shine on me. Makes no difference where you're standing. If you just reach out your hand, then things get better. If you give, hey, you receive. So bring the light, bring the light. Let it shine on me. Oh, bring the light, bring the light, bring the light. Let it shine on me. Circumstances will befall you, but there'll be chances, great and small, to write your story. It's not over. Wait and see. Come on now. Hey, bring the light. Bring the light. Let it shine. Let it shine on me. Oh, bring the light. Bring the light. Let it shine on me. Let it shine on me. 'Cause this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. We can do that again, hey. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So bring the light, let it shine on me.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Don. That was perfect. All right, guys, now we come to the time we support our center. We support this center because this place is doing amazing good work. And you can support us in a couple of ways. You can volunteer for us. We always have volunteer activities. You can support us in consciousness. That's doing prayer work for us. And you can support us financially. However you choose to do so, if you will, take your intentions and place it over your heart and read with me our affirmation for prosperity. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. Well, thank you in advance for your generous contributions. If the ushers step down, Don, I know you got something great for us.
I always sing these songs and they get into my head and then I forget the tune in the next one I'm doing. The heart of love's on fire, a candle in the night, a spark of inspiration trying to ignite. And in the face of danger, we will not lose sight of what has truth and meaning, leaning towards the light. So beat on, brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, children, companions, new friends and old lovers, and all of the others who stand up and try to do right. It's well worth the fight. It's well worth the fight. It's well worth the fight. The heart of love remembers lessons of the past, the fanning of the embers and the passions which last. In the darkest hour, burning oh so bright, the heart of love endures and the spirit takes flight. So beat on, brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, children, companions, new friends and old lovers, and all of the others who stand up and try to do right. It's well worth the fight. Oh, it's well worth the fight. It's well worth the fight. So beat on, brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, children, companions, new friends and old lovers, and all of you others who stand up and try to do right. It's well worth the fight. It's well worth the fight. It's well worth the fight. It's well worth the fight.
Oh, that was wonderful, Don. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. And thank you for your support. Your supporting is allowing the center to grow and to thrive, to continue to be the beacon of love and hope and prosperity that is. So we thank you, we bless it, we release it, knowing it does its good and powerful work, returning to us multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, my dear friends, let's conclude the service with affirmative prayer. I'm going to do it in the first person. Take it in for yourself. If I say something that works for you, hold tight to that. If I say something that doesn't work for you, just let that slide by. But just know this truth with me today. There's but one God and one mind and one power, and that power is perfect love. It's divine intelligence. It's the creator of the universe. And that power created me because it was so enraptured of the idea of me. And it has sent me to walk the soil of St. Augustine, Florida, so that I can bring about better ideas of love and health and peace and prosperity. I am here to witness God being made manifest through my best ideas. So here today in this sacred place, I lay down every burden of lack and limitation. I release every small idea, and I lift my eyes up to a greater knowing. I see Spirit's love raining down upon us. I see a world transform, peace breaking out, soldiers dropping their arms, hostages being freed. I see a world of health and love and prosperity, a new day, a new dawning, a new earth, here and now for me to live in, to breathe in, to witness, to be. So this is my truth this morning. Spirit is calling me forth, and this morning I am on the move. I'm letting go of every lesser idea. I'm answering the call, and I am saying this and even greater. Spirit made manifest through our love, our joy, our health, and prosperity. It's what we've come to do, and this morning I'm saying yes to it all. This is my truth. I celebrate this wonderful idea, and I release this prayer into the mind of God to do its good and purpose, bold and dynamic work, returning to me multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, my dear friends, I'm going to leave you with one last idea, and that is your life. Your life, it's not a problem to be solved, it's a miracle unfolding. Your job this week is to go name your miracle, proclaim your miracle, and make it your own. God bless us all. Now let us go be the miracle Spirit's calling us to be. Until we see each other again, this is Reverend Ken with Don wishing you the best of the holidays. God bless us all.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why we're feeling so high. Must be the season when the love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide. Must be the season when the love light shines all around us. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams. Must be the season that the love light shines all around us. Oh, let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love grow to all living things. Must be the reason. Hey, you know what I mean, 'cause it's the season. So let the wonder take you into space and lay you under. It's a loving embrace. Just feel the thunder as it warms your face. Hey, it's the season. 'Cause there's a reason for this sunshine day, and there's a reason for why I'm feeling this way. Must be the season. Let your love light shine all around you. Oh, so let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. Oh, you know what I mean, it's the season. Oh, let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. Hey, you know what I mean, and that's the reason, and that's the reason, and it's the season. So let your love show.